Good morning, folks. This soap is brought to us by Cold River Soap Works. This is their select version. They also have a glide version, and this is the labeling that you'll see on the top on the cap. There's not any side labeling, so on the back side they'll tell you what the scent is, and this one here is Bay Rum. I have a link down below also if you're interested in taking a peek at it, as well as their glide. Got the alum block, no rubber band this morning. Got a Humphrey's Witch Hazel. This is a citrus scented, and we'll be following up with Lucky Tiger Bay Rum, and that's 16 ounces there. It's quite a bit of quite a bit of aftershave in that bottle there. I got it whipped up here in a bowl from Lanolin. Also Lanolin, Monica's been working on making some different kind of bowls that'll look similar to this one right here, but made out of a different material. And this brush here came by the way of Turn and Shave. I've got a link down below for this here too, because quite a bargain. Last time I checked, it's 10 bucks. That's quite a value. But I got it whipped up. It's a little bit on the wet side, so it's close to being like a yogurt type style lather there. A little drippy. Blade of the day is Perma-Sharp. This is what it came wrapped in. Not all of them will look like this green. It varies, you know, how it's wrapped up. And here's the box that it came in. So if you're wondering what it looks like, this is what all these pre-cut DE blades look like coming in a box like this. And the shaver of the day is Dark Stag. That's what the handle looks like right there. Don't know if you can get a real good look on the blade exposure right there. It's pretty nice. Got a nice weight to the head of it. I've been shaving with it. It's one of those that I enjoy shaving with. Got the Preshave soap here from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's unscented, but it is methylated. Go ahead and get started here. As it goes for how things have been going here, around here, day is Tuesday, so in other words after the 3-day holiday, Memorial Day, and they're still releasing water from Lake Keystone into the Arkansas River, which is still flooding downstream. We're expecting a good chance of rain tonight and thunderstorms. I think it's on Wednesday night also. So how much longer this will continue will depend on how much rain we get. But there's quite a bit of flooding, as you might say, in the Tulsa metropolitan area. Tulsa, Sand Springs, Bixby, Broken Arrow, Jinx. It just kind of blankets the whole area and how much flooding there is going on, which, you know, hopefully won't get a whole lot more rain and things will start to change around here. So that's been quite a bit of the focus, is basically the weather. Right now they're talking of the how much is being released is and the amount of flooding is coming close to the, I wasn't here in Tulsa when this was going on, but there was a flood back in '86, that I guess, in other words, historic proportions, if you will, what we're coming back to. But for me, where I'm located at, I'm not affected by the flooding. But the storms that keep on coming through, well, I tell you what, it's been something else with these storms that come through. So far I've been very lucky. They're still, they'll come by the house close by, but they'll be like a mile or 2 miles away. This is a really nice scent. I've been trying to, you know, when you smell it off the puck, and now that it's been lathered up, I can smell it as I'm lathering it up in the bowl, and it's Maybe it's just a hint of clove. Maybe that's what it is that I'm picking up. In other words, not necessarily, a substantial amount. It's there, it's noticeable, but not to the point where I feel like it's overwhelming. Go ahead and get started here. Now when it comes to this particular blade, Perma-Sharp, I have not bought these in quite a while. So as it goes for the availability, being able to find these, it could be a bit of a challenge. I haven't looked in a while. Haven't had a need to. I've got 2 boxes of them. But with this particular shaver, they're pretty smooth. You might find from shaver to shaver on how some blades will work. Seem to be a bit smoother in some shavers than others for some reason. But this one here is pretty smooth. Mosquitoes are pretty bad around here. For me, that's I'm one of those that once I get bit, big old whelp comes up pretty easy. It's just that time of the year. Tony, our German Shepherd, I'll say he's a puppy, but he's the full year puppy. He's a good sized dog. He's been quite ornery here lately. He don't like the storms at all. And we've been, we'd had the house open up, had the windows open, and he's figured out that he can jump through the window with the window open, which is still not necessarily a good thing, but better than it being closed. And yesterday, boy, was he ornery. I finally had to go ahead and close this one particular window that he liked to go out. He likes to run the neighborhood and see if he can find any friends to play with. And he's just like I say, just a big baby. He's not looking to hurt anybody. He just wants somebody to play with. But he was being quite ornery yesterday. But after I caught up with him, a block and a half later, we went on a very slow walk. He likes to, his walks, he wears you out. Pulls on you pretty good. I mean, he's learning. So after I shut the window, he'd go over to the window, look at the window, and the window has a ledge to it. He'll lay his head down on the ledge, pouting. It's funny. Dogs and their personalities. So far, she's going pretty good. I really do like this scent. I was kind of surprised. No, not knowing what kind of bay rum scent you're going to get. It might be me. There's a part of me that wants to say I'm picking up a mint. I don't think it's mint. It might be mint. There's a scent in there that I'm having a hard time putting my finger on it. I have off camera whipped this up a little bit thicker, and the glide was still just fine. I haven't tried the glide version. I'm kind of curious about it though, how much different it may be than this one here. Don't have any problems with this one. I'm quite happy with it. It is Last time I looked, this was still on sale. $13.95 I believe is what the going price was. And I don't remember how much the Glide is, but I do know it's more expensive. And there is one that just comes in a puck form. So in other words, you put it in your favorite shaving mug. Shaving milk, I think is how you pronounce it. It would be something similar to Mitchell's Wool Fat. And I think it's like $8.95, I think, something like that. Not really expensive at all. In comparison, I'm paying $20 for soap, or $15 even. I think Rudd's did a review on it. He didn't seem to be too terribly impressed by it, but it's kind of like Williams. Some people like it, some people don't, so I got a puck up. I want to give it a try in the future. I just need to decide on what kind of mug I'm going to put it in. May have to take it to a cheese grater so I can put it in the mug size that I want to put it in. As it goes for the stretching using a shavette or even a straight razor, it really depends on the individual on how much they need to stretch and what direction they need to stretch in also. It's a lot of fun shaving with this camisori style in my opinion. Camisori style just works so much better for me. Pretty smooth. Been able to, I guess you might say, adjust the angle, the pressure, getting used to how much on the blade exposure is there and how that works for me. In other words, there's a little bit of a learning curve, just like there is with most anything else. Very similar to any other shavette, just getting used to where the weight's at. Because it is on the head, so you have to adjust your pressure. What you're used to using that might be somewhat lighter than this one here, because it does have some weight behind it. It's not lightweight, not at all. So if you're using a lightweight, it may take a little while to get used to using something with that much weight on it. But it does what I kind of refer to being similar to shaving with a DE, and that you've got the weight of the razor, the sharpness of the blade doing the work for you. So it's a little bit different than using a lightweight one, where you do have to make those kind of adjustments. Just something to consider. And with the DE blade being what it is, the shave feel will be different than it is with a single edge. But still a nice shave though. I mean, I'm not complaining by any means. I guess you might say just kind of letting you know what my thoughts are, my experience is with this so far. Starting Wednesday, weather permitting of course, my son starts one of his band mini camps, getting ready for the, I guess you might say, the season, learning how to march and all that sort of thing, practicing getting in the swing of things. I think there's a total of 3 of them throughout the summer before they start the school season. It's gonna be fun. Witch hazel here. wife is going to be kind of busy, so I went ahead and took off work on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday so I can take him to his mini practice and get him there and get him back home and get him all situated after the fact. As you can probably imagine, some of these kids, you know, going through something like this is quite a bit for them to go through. It's an adjustment. Not used to having that much physical activity just to play an instrument. Learning how to march and hold it and how they're supposed to, you know, each step that they take and so on and so forth, the rhythm, it's a lot to take in. This witch hazel, I mean not witch hazel, but this bay rum, smelling it. This one here has a little bit more of a clove scent to it than what the soap does, but still seems to pair up pretty nice. As it goes for how long does the scent stay, with my nose it's kind of, how can you say, flip of the coin. I know it's how can you say, very much present. I say for the first 15 minutes, and after that my nose loses it, which it's still there most likely because my wife tells me from time to time she can still smell it, you know, much later afterwards. But with my nose, I guess you might say, like, turns nose blind to it or something of the sort. But got a link down below for this also. For 16 ounces, it's pretty inexpensive aftershave. Got the Aspen version also, and I like it too. It's something similar to Aqua Vel, just their spin of it, I guess you might say. Did pretty decent. When I woke up, I don't know what happened right there, so I'm not sure if I just slept on something wrong, or because it doesn't feel like a bump, but I got a red spot there. Not sure what's going on with that. At any rate, had a great shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.